Good morning, New School. What you're seeing now, the hate, the protocols, the programs, ICE, the cops going rogue, all of the hate that you see, all of the things that you thought were not going on in your day and time, all of the things that surprised you, all of the things that people said, well, we don't need the slave movies, we don't need that, all of this stuff, none of this stuff is new, okay? One of the reasons why there were a lot of movies about different scenarios and different things as it relates to segregation, as it relates to slavery, as it relates to Jim Crow, as it relates to our civil rights being violated. One of the reasons there were so many movies about that is because you needed to understand and see it on all levels. I have been doing videos about racism because some of you really do not understand the depths of racism. Racism is not just, it is fueled by hate, but it's not even just like, oh, I don't like you, so I'm going to fight you. It's deeper than that. Racism is about power. That's why I tell and educate black people that we cannot be racist, but we can be prejudiced. You can dislike somebody just because, oh, I don't like you. That's called being prejudiced. In other words, you have a preference. So we all have preference, prejudice, and biases. The difference with racism is that it's systematic, and it is a systematic way of keeping a group of people under a certain level that we expect them to rise to, and trying to maintain and to eliminate their success. That is racism. So when you heard about affirmative action, it was action to affirm and to allow and to provide opportunity, not to just give you a get out of jail free card or just say we're hiring you because you're black. That is the media spin that was put on it so that black people would feel inferior, or so that they would feel like, okay, I got somewhere and was able to do something because of my color. And that has never been the case. Our color has kept us out of doors and closed doors that really should have been open to us. But the thing about black people is that we're resilient. So while they were closing the doors, we were open. We were not only we were opening up windows, knocking down walls, and inventing things that later on a lot of them would go to steal. So we decided to do our own thing, and that's the way we've always survived. We've always been able to implement, build, and secure our own financial future despite all of the things that come against us. Fast forward to the Project 2025 when number 47 took office, and he let Lil Musty run around into our federal organizations, the IRS, and all these different places, and removing DEI programs. If you notice, the people that lost their jobs the most did not look like us. Although that is the way the media portrayed and has always said that we get where we get because of where we are. No, that's not true. And they saw that, although they didn't want to admit it, and some of you don't want to admit it, they saw that really black people had not really benefited from the programs like they said, like they portrayed, like they lied, like they put out the stereotype about us. So we have always been under black tax. We work twice as hard to be counted half as equal. And we're definitely not paid anywhere near what we should be paid. Yet that does not stop us from rising, overcoming, and being better. So when you think about it, I understand why I wouldn't like somebody like that either. The thing about it is that we're not looking at racism to change them liking us. We're looking and attacking the systematic methods of keeping us down, of removing all of our opportunities so that the opportunities are not equal. So when you start taking away college loans and stuff, generally minorities, since we're already underpaid due to racism and we're underpaid for the same positions, why do you think employers emphasize not discussing salary? Because they know they're doing something crooked. In a lot of one of the hardest fields to break into as a black person is human resources. And even when you get in there, you're forever tested and tried to make to turn on your own people. It is a constant battle. And that battle is not easily won, and although it is fought mightily. My point is, when it comes to racism, the systems are economic, they are physical as far as the violence, they are physical as far as where we live, they are socially as far as where we live and where we're able to go freely, they are mental, they are emotional, they affect every area of our life. So when you're fighting and voting against racism, when you're fighting for civil rights, you are fighting for the opportunity to live and to pursue what's in the Constitution: life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Don't let them get it twisted. Don't let them make you feel less than, and do not allow them to gaslight you into feeling like you're trying to get something that you're not entitled to. We are entitled as American citizens who literally built the country and also built the wealth that a lot of them walk on. We are entitled to the opportunity. It's been your girl Candid with Kim, because if it needs to be said, you know I'm going to say it.